If you've ever felt guilty about getting help for a parent, like you should be doing more or coping better, or thinking, I should be able to handle this myself, you're not alone. But the part most people don't realise, that guilt is often the very thing that keeps families struggling longer than they need to. I'm Jo Cleary, Learning and Development Manager at Unique Senior Care, and I've spent over 25 years working in health and social care, supporting families and caregivers. So in this video, I want to show you where that feeling comes from, why it gets so strong, and how to think about it in a way that actually makes this easier. Guilt in caring usually comes from a good place. You care about them. You feel responsible. You want to do the right thing. For many people, it's tied to identity. Being a good daughter, a good son, someone who shows up. But over time, that can turn into pressure, and it often shows up in small, everyday ways. You pop in just to check on them and end up staying for hours. You start managing the shopping, the medication, the appointments. You can't properly switch off because you're always half expecting the phone to ring. And a lot of the time, no one's asked you to do all of that. It's something you've quietly taken on yourself. And this is where things start to shift. Because caring about someone slowly turns into feeling like you have to do everything. And the strange thing is, the people who feel the most guilt are usually the ones already doing the most. So instead of easing off, they push themselves further. And at some point it stops feeling like a choice and starts feeling like something you can't step away from. A lot of families link love with doing everything, but those two things aren't the same. Doing everything yourself can feel like the right thing, but it doesn't always lead to the best care. Because over time, trying to do everything alone leads to more pressure, more stress, and eventually exhaustion. And when that happens, it becomes harder to be patient, present, and calm, which is usually what matters most. Getting help doesn't take anything away from your care, it protects it. It means you're not using all your energy just managing tasks, and you've got more of yourself left for the relationship. You're still the daughter, the son, the partner. Support doesn't replace you, it supports you. It just means you're not carrying everything alone. And help doesn't have to mean a big change. It might be a couple of hours a week, or someone helping with one specific thing, like meals, medication, or getting out of the house. And ask yourself, what would it look like if you didn't have to do that part alone? It doesn't have to be everything. It doesn't have to be forever. Just one small part to begin with. And something we hear a lot from families is that they wish they'd started earlier. Because once support is in place, things often feel calmer, less reactive, less overwhelming, and there's more space to just spend time together. So if you're feeling guilty about even thinking about getting help, that's not a sign you're doing something wrong. Very often, it's a sign you've been carrying too much on your own for too long, and that things might need to be shared. If this is something you're navigating right now, a bit of clarity can really help. You might find our Is It Time for Care tool useful. It's in the description. And if you're starting to feel stretched or overwhelmed, the next video looks at caregiver burnout and how to spot it early.